Hey guys, Nick's here. Just a warning that this episode of Steins is a little disjointed, if only because most of it is me trying to get all of the triggers I need to do the true ending. So, yeah, it may be a little difficult to follow, but here's hoping it's still enjoyable. Also, like, if you want to just skip to where like the new stuff is for the Kurisu ending, there's a timestamp on screen. If you want to just ignore all the triggers beforehand and just skip straight there, feel free, it's there. Anyway, on with the show. You know, here's where I'm hoping that this fast forward feature like actually lets me... Oh, it does actually stop at the triggers. Nice. Okay, so good news, it does fucking come out. If I found the skip button and I have switched it to don't skip the text I haven't read, so that's a good sign. Anyway, I'm gonna get me to the first trigger for the goddamn true ending, because that's what I intend to do this evening. Okay, it took some freaking finding, but I'm here for the first trigger. I probably should intro this at some point, but I'll do that once I actually get into unfamiliar territory. So, according to the guide that I'm following, the first trigger for the true ending, is mostly when Kurisu texts or rings you, so I'm not entirely sure. Reply with you. I'm not a mere scientist, I'm an insane mad scientist. Also, no Kurisu, I will never write your reports. Fucking get over yourself. Okay, after the first one, she'll reply to me, and I think, which one do I need? Okay, I need... well, I haven't actually looked at these, considering this is new territory for me. If you don't know what mad means in this context, I'll tell you. It's the insane definition. That's like a pun my grandpa? Same thing. Either one would have come up with. That's the one I need. As far as I'm aware, most of the plot underneath plays out the same, which is why I can like press this and fast forward over it all. Like I could do better. Latin America's supposed to be funny. What have they been teaching you over there? Huh. Okay. Apparently we have new territory here. Okay. This is, for the record, I'm in chapter 4 of the game. And, yeah, I did send some text to Kurisu that were different, and now I have, different things here. So, okay, cool. We just had a chat with Faris, basically, as well. I should also point that out. We just told her, and we had our whole, like, time is a river conversation, if that vaguely makes sense. Anyway, when I arrive, I found Kurisu sitting on the bench in front of the Brawn Tube workshop, talking on her phone. What? You called me all the way to Japan, and now you... I'll turn the skip off as well while I'm here. I knew it. You never wanted to see me, did you? The street is dark and her hair is covering her eyes, so I can't make out her expression. But from the sound of her voice, I can tell that she's crying. Why did you ask me to come here then? Can you at least tell me that? Kurisu lifts her head in surprise. She must have noticed me. She falls into an awkward silence, then turns and walks away. It looked like she was crying. I wonder if she got into a fight. Who could have made her cry like that? Her boyfriend? Even a friendless, experiment-loving girl like her can get a boyfriend. No. There's no way such an arrogant, abusive girl can have a boyfriend. But then, who was it? A sibling? Or maybe her father she hasn't seen in 7 years. I'm afraid to ask. Kurisu's scary when she snaps. The memory of her baleful glare sends a shiver up my spine. I hurried to the second floor. When I'm safe in the lab, I start browsing at channel. And it doesn't look like Taita's made an appearance today. The Taita craze that has dominated the occult board for the past week is starting to die down. In the end, it looks like I'm the only one who Taita took seriously. Just about everyone is skeptical of him now, given the poster called Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha. We know that's Kurisu because I've played this game through once already, but okay. Honestly, I can't tell Taita's true intentions either. Suddenly I hear the door swing open. Startled, I turn to face the sound. Oh, she's not pleased. And again, at this point in the story, she never is. Cursor is standing there, glaring at me. Her eyes are red. So she was crying. Why did she come back? Yeah? I wasn't crying or anything, okay? No, you were definitely crying. Don't be ridiculous. Where's your proof? Your eyes are red. Her glare weakens for a second, but then returns at double the intensity. I wasn't crying, okay? You're not being very logical, Christina. In fact, she's not acting like herself at all. Did she come here just to claim that she wasn't crying? She should have just gone back to her hotel and cried into a pillow instead of coming here to make excuses. Anyway, I wasn't crying, understand? End of discussion. That sniffle tanked any credibility she might have had. Even now, instead of going back to her hotel, she plops on the sofa and hugs Mayuri's Upa plushie to her chest like a little girl. For the next few minutes, she just sits there, pouting and staring at the wall. If the TV were on, we could have had a little BGM for some distraction, but unfortunately, painful silence prevails. The only sounds are the whirring of the desktop's hard drive and Kurisu's occasional sniffle. Jeez, what an annoying assistant. How are we supposed to get any science done like this? Christina. Shut up. Don't talk to me. Your lips say don't, but your aura says please. Maybe she's begging for attention? Listen. You don't have to talk, just listen. If there's something troubling you, I'll do everything in my power to help. Huh? Kurisu looks at me blankly. And it's not just me. I'm sure I speak for Mayuri and Daru as well. So don't hesitate to come to us. When you don't want to cry, when you want to cry, don't hold it in. Just let it out. We won't reject you. We'll hear you out. Why? Because you're important to us. You're our friend. Yeah. But for some reason, Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. She hugs Upa so hard his face caves in. I'm sorry. I was a little upset. You don't have to tell me if you don't have to. Just tell me when you're ready. I'll hear you out. Okay. She nods softly. Looks like my sincerity has reached her. Just as planned. Show a friendless, experiment-loving girl just a little kindness and she'll easily grant you her favor. How do I know that? Because I too have few friends. Oh god. It's too relatable. Kurisu's help is critical in solving the mystery of their phone wave name subject to change. Now that my plan has succeeded, her petty private matter shall no longer be an impediment. That's meant to say impediment, but I don't know if it's spelt right. It probably is, and I'm just being dumb. A petty private matter shall no longer be an impediment to our science. Normally I, the great Hyo in Kyoma, would not concern myself with the mental health of my minions. But if it's the price I must pay to bring my dream to fruition, so be it. With this, Kurisu's loyalty is assured. Soon the world will tremble before us. And now we're back into territory we've seen. So, I'm gonna skip to the next phone trigger thing I need to do. Huh. Okay, so now the part where we just go to visit Faris. Like, you normally get a text from Kurisu here, which is, I don't know, boring stuff, but, like, this is different text than the one she sent me previously.
Is it okay to leave me here? I'm an outsider, remember? I could steal all your precious future gadgets.
If you really want one, you can have it. For a price, that is. Or... you're not an outsider. You are a lab mem! Yes, you are, Kurisu. You're here for the rest of your life, whether you like it or not.
It's a disgrace to be thought of as your partner. People start doubting my character. Anyway, finish your errands and get back here.
Then why do you keep coming to the lab? In truth, you're so happy to be a lab mem, you can't help it. Isn't that right? You can't escape us, Kurisu.
Seriously though, why am I still here? I was supposed to have gone back to America by now.
Okay, the one I need to choose is why am I still here, but what does the American one say? You miss your mommy? Then just make an international call. It's this choice of Steins Gate. El Sai Congru. Yep. 'Tis the choice of Steins Gate. The plot demands you be here, Kurisu. Okay. And that achievement tells me I've got the first one.
I don't know about this Steins Gate thing, but maybe Chaos Theory can explain how you derailed my life. At any rate, take responsibility for getting me involved.
I promise nothing, Kurisu. But yeah, that whole ordeal, first key to doing the true ending. Oh, and by the way, you've told me that to get the basically the true ending is just basically a continuation of the Kurisu ending. So I'm gonna just work my way through these true ending triggers and get to the bits where I've not seen. Anyway, now I have to fast forward to chapter 5. So I'm basically fast forward past where everything else that gives me mild memory trauma. Oh, hello. I feel like, is this new? 'Cause this is stuff with Kurisu, so I didn't read a couple of those there. Where's my backlog? Wait, could this be about Suzuha was warning me? Nah. Anyway, Kurisu scratches her cheek in what could be taken for a bashful gesture.
I hope a mommy sense that finds her father.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Come to think of it, she has father issues too, doesn't she? Wow. Way to not sugarcoat that one. Also, I'm just getting rid of this so it stops flashing in the top left because it's already distracting me. Maybe she sympathizes with Suzuha.
Hey, Okabe?
Suddenly, Kurisu starts fidgeting for some reason.
I'm sorry about before.
Before?
I hit you with my book. Thought you were just being a pervert. But when I thought about it later, I realized that you were being completely serious. But I acted on impulse, without even considering what you had to say.
Forget it. Regardless of my intentions, the fact of the matter is I made Lukako cry.
確認するけど
Just to make sure, you're not a perverted scumbag, are you?
どういう確認だそれ
Make sure my ass. Are you trying to apologize or what?
実験を変態
I
行
just
為
don't
の
want to be
口実
you.
にされた
I
ら
just
嫌だ
don't
か
want you
ら
to be use science as an excuse to be a pervert.
関わってるわけだし
Oh well, I'm helping at least.
バカにするな
What do you take me for?
俺にとって
My friends are precious to me.
俺は IQ
I may be an I may be an insane mad scientist with an IQ of 170, but even I have my limits. The phone wave, name subject to change, wouldn't have come this far without you and Daru at my side.
岡部
Okabe.
俺は
I am Lab Mem number 1, the founder of the lab.
ラボの設備仲間に危機があ
If
る
my friends are in danger, I'll rush to their aid.
ことはあって
And I would tear off my own limbs before I knowingly brought harm to any of you.
これっぽっちも思っていない
Well, that's ominous foreshadowing.
何がおかしい
What's so funny?
中二病全開だ
That
な
has to be the cheesiest thing you've ever
聞い
said.
てて痛々しいでもそういう
Still,
の
it's nice to
悪く
hear.
ないと思う私がいるアメリカの研
The
究所
research
って
institute I used to work for in America is full of talented people from all over the world.
最先端の研究をやっ
But
てる
it's
んだ
not a
けど
friendly place.
結構みんなプライドが高くて
Everyone thinks
自
he
分
or
が
she
一
is
番
the
だと思ってる
best.
から
You think you have an
遊び
ego.
とか
Oh, their
面と向
scientists
か
hurl
って
insults at
理
each
不尽
other
な
on
暴
a
言
daily
を吐かれたり
basis.
とか
Sometimes they even
日常茶飯事
sabotage
な
each other's work.
私が研究員代表と
My
して
thesis was
サイエ
chosen
ン
to
スの
represent the
論文を
lab.
書
Many
く
of the older men
私よ
complained.
りずっと年上のおっさんたちからこっちに戻ってきて
When I came
学
back
留
here
学
as,
した高校でも
as a kind of
クラスメートは
reverse
みんな
exchange
私にビ
student,
ビっ
my
て
classmates were all
話
too
しか
afraid
け
to
ても
talk
怖
to
か
me.
ったしだからそれ
Compared
と
to
比べ
that,
たら
your lab is
あんたの
childish,
ラボは幼稚だけど
but comfortable.
とても居心地がいい
Seems like everyone has their own problems.
今回の天音さんのことも
You're really concerned about
岡部は
Amami-san,
本
aren't
当
you?
心配してるのよね
That part of you I can respect.
それについてはあんたのことあ
But
でも
I'm not praising you,
褒めて
okay?
るわけじゃないからな
She suddenly blushes for some reason.
ただ
I just,
なんとなく
you know,
そう
thought
思
you
っ
should
てる
know.
だけ
結局
Maybe I...
Eh?
友達が
Maybe all I ever wanted was friends.
岡部
Okabe.
何しろ
There aren't many people I can trust.
俺は友達と呼べる人間だ
After all, I am an insane mad scientist wanted the world over. My enemies are everywhere waiting to strike. Curse this incredible genius brain of mine.
私は
I think if he was a friend
あんたの
too.
こと
What?
前に
You said I was your friend, remember?
言ってくれたでしょ
You said I was important to you.
あれ
That made me feel really
結構
happy, I guess.
熱でもあるのか
Do you have a fever?
ねえよ
No!
何よ
What the hell?
せっかくあんたのこと
I'm trying to find
やってる
something
のに
decent about you and
いい
you...
よ
I don't care anymore, stupid!
本当
You're really stupid.
Kurusu squares her shoulders and quickly walks away. I give chase. What just happened? Tsundere's happened. Is this girl planning something? Maybe she really is plotting to take over the lab. No, wait. Maybe she's trying to sabotage the party because she doesn't like Suzuha. No mere assistant is going to pull one over on the great Hyo in Kyoma. And then we need to fast forward everything again. Okay, now somewhere in early chapter 5, I think, looking at it. Anyway, Mayuri and Daru go home, leaving me with Kurisu. She's sitting in the development room chair, endlessly twirling a pen in her fingers.
一体何をやっているんだ
What are you doing? Hello, voice crack, how are you doing?
考えてるのよ
Thinking about the
タイ
time
ム
loop
リープマシ
machine.
ンのこと作れそうなことは分かったけど
I know we can make it,
も
but
し実際に使ったら
I'm wondering what will happen if we actually use it.
そうか。
Ah. She hasn't even started working on the machine, and she's already worried about what comes afterward. That takes confidence, alright. Are all geniuses like this? What will happen when we use it? I doubt we can find an answer to that question. Not without testing it live. Cursor knows that. What she's really wondering is whether it's worth the risk. That's why I avoid arguing with her.
あまり悩むなよ。
You're thinking too
今は完
hard.
成させることを優先
Finish
し
the
ろ
machine and then worry about it.
偉そうに。
You're so pompous.
Cursor groans and flops down on the desk. It's strange to see her like this. She's usually so cool and collected. But maybe that's an act. Maybe this is who she really is.
ねえ。
Hey. Okabe,
全く関係ない相談。
can I talk to you about something completely unrelated?
関係ない相談ではなく
I'd rather you talk about something related.
この前言ってくれたでしょ。
You told me that before I could ask you about anything, remember?
I did? I don't remember that.
私って
I think
父親に嫌われてるの
my
よ、
father
ね。
hates me.
She sighs sadly. Ah. So that's what she wants to talk about. A conundrum. This isn't like before when she was merely an advisor. The Time Leap project depends on Kurisu to succeed. It's clear, however, that she'll be unable to focus as long as these petty concerns distract her. In that case, it falls to me, the great Shyo Kyoma, to solve her problem once and for all. Only then can she devote herself fully to the future of the lab.
いいだろう。話せ。
Very well. Speak.
本当。
You really are pompous.
この前の電話。
I assume it was your father on the phone the other day. I'm speaking, of course, when I found Kurisu outside the lab crying into her phone. The mood was delicate.
まあね。
Yeah,
いつからかな。
I don't remember the last time he had a kind
嫌わ
word
れ
for
るように
me.
なったのって私が渡米する前から
Even when we were living together, before I went to America, he acted like I
家
wasn't
族なの
there.
にね。
We're supposed to be family, aren't we?
お前自身の父親への態度は
And you? How did you treat your father?
昔はお父さん子だった。
I was daddy's little girl growing up.
けなげだった
He
の。
practically had to drag me away from him.
She smiles, but in her smile I see a hint of self-mockery.
父親は物理
My
学者な
father's
の
a physicist.
私は
Even as a
難しい
child, I loved to
話を
hear him
聞かさ
talk
れるの
about
が
science.
大好きな子供だった。
I couldn't understand a word of it,
内
but
容
I
は
always
全く理
begged him
解
to
できなかったけ
explain.
どいつも父親に話をなんとか理解したくて
I wanted to
小
understand
さい
his
頃から
work, so I started
物理学の
studying
本を読
physics.
みまくって
I must have been 5.
Damn. Guess that's what makes her a genius. Or perhaps the yearning for her father's love was what gave birth to her genius.
おかげで学校の成績
Thanks to
は
that, I always
算
got
数だ
perfect
け
grades in math.
ずば抜けてよかった
I ignored all other subjects though, so my grades were a little skewed.
父親の書いた論文だって読
I
んだ
even
の
read my father's papers.
小学生じゃ
I was a little girl trying to comprehend theoretical physics, but I gave it everything I had.
必死で解読
I
してね
needed to understand.
その論文について
By 6th grade, I learned
父
enough that
親
I
と
could discuss
議
my
論
father's
できるレ
theories
ベ
with
ルまで
him.
なったのが父親と
I was so happy that I could talk to my father on his level, you know? We used to argue all night long.
そして
And then I
いつも
started
私
winning
が論
those
破して終わっ
arguments.
てた
All of them.
それは嫌われる。
Yep, I can definitely see how that would make him hate you. A tragedy fitting for a girl genius. What kind of scientist loses to a grade school girl anyway? Seriously.
やっぱりそう
You
思う
really think that's why?
やっぱりどころの話では
I'm
ない。
absolutely certain that's
確
why.
実にそれが原因だ。
確かに
I guess he did have a lot of pride.
高かったとにかく
Anyway,
時期を境に
one day he
いきな
suddenly
り
stopped
全然
talking
口
to
を
me
聞いてもらえ
altogether.
なくなってついにはママとも
And
契
he
約に
started
なって
fighting with my mom,
Ie ni
and
kaette
finally he
konakannatta.
stopped coming home.
父親が大好きだった
I really
私は
love my dad, so
そうなっ
it's
た
a
のが
big shock.
自分のせいかも
I thought it was my fault things turned out that way.
かなり
So I couldn't go to school, I was so depressed.
一時期それでママが
And then
海外
mom
留学
recommended
を
I
勧
study
めてくれたっ
abroad.
てわけ
So that's why she went to America.
お前は優秀すぎたという
You were just too talented for your own good.
それで
So, how do you feel about your father now?
わからない
I don't know.
Kursu looks down.
父親は日本にいるのだ
He's in Japan, right? Have you seen him at all?
ったのか
No,
結局会えてない
he doesn't want to see me.
この前の電話はその件
That's what we were talking about on the
会い
phone.
に行っていいか聞いた
I
ら
asked him if we could meet, but he told me to stay away from him.
怒鳴られた
Her father was quite the inferiority complex. No wonder she was crying. Even for someone as strong-willed as Kursu, it must hurt to hear that from her father.
それに会っても
Even if we did meet, I wouldn't
何を
know what to
話せばいいの
say.
か嫌われてからも
I tried to talk to
私
him
の方
before
か
I
ら一
left,
生
you
懸命
know?
話しかけたんだけど
I tried so hard, but
無視
he
され
just ignored me.
それが
It
す
hurts.
ごく辛かった
Whenever I think about going to see him, I
その記憶があ
remember
る
those
から
times.
また無視されるんじゃないかと
I
思う
worry he'll ignore me again and
何
that
も
I
言えな
can't
く
do
なる
anything.
泣いているのか
Are you crying?
Just a
ちょ
little,
っと
okay?
じわっと来ただけよ
お前は今でも
You want to reconcile with your father, correct?
I don't know.
そう思っていないなら
If you didn't, then you
父親
wouldn't
の
have
ことを
confided
相
in
談
me,
したりはしないし
and you wouldn't be crying,
会いたく
would
ないと
you?
言われて
確かに
True.
素直な気持ちを言えばいい
Just be straight with him.
お父さんが大
Say,
好きです
I love you, Dad. Let's make up.
私の性格的に
I think that's a
無理
little
だ
out
と
of
思う
character for me.
父親相手に何
It's your
を
father.
隠している
Stop
のか
acting like a weak little girl. Kursu jerks upright, her face bright red.
I'm not acting like a little girl.
いいやぶっ
Yes, you are. You'll never
そんなことで
reconcile
は
reconcile with him like that.
ありのままをストレートに
You need to
ぶつけ
speak
るしか
from the heart and give it to him straight.
相手に伝わらなければ
It's the only way to get your message across. You can't sugarcoat it.
もしそれでも
If that doesn't work, nothing will. Then you just have to hope that time heals the rift between
和
you.
解の目がないということになる
時間って
Now, how long will that
どれ
take?
くらい
そんなものは俺には
How should I know? I'm only a year older than you,
お前
remember?
と一つしか年は変わらないのだからお前がアメリカに行ったの
How long has it been since you went to America?
7
7年前
years?
7年経っても変わらなかった
Nothing has changed in 7 years, then maybe it will
そ
take
の
twice
倍以上
that
の
much
時間が
time.
必要かもしれんな
よね
I guess you're right.
Kursu sighs heavily and rests her chin in her hand. Did my advice backfire? Looks like she's even more depressed now. I fold my arms and rack my brain for a solution. I don't want to see Kursu like this. It's pathetic.
それで
Well,
いつ会いに行くんだ
when are you going to see him? Huh? Kursu opens her eyes wide in confusion. I take out my phone and bring up the calendar.
夏休み中なのは確定
I assume it'll be during summer break.
行くときはあらかじめ
Make sure you let me know ahead of time.
ななな
What are you talking about?
俺にも予定がある
I might have
急に言
plans.
われたら
I'll need to shift my schedule around.
あいやいやいや
Hold on a
そして
second.
一緒に来る
Don't
つも
tell me
り
you
か
plan on coming along.
いかにも
Of course I do.
お前は
You're my assistant and I will do whatever it takes to ensure you are in peak mental condition for the experiment. Kursu looks dumbfounded. What? Did I say something wrong?
なんだそれ
Okay,
Hold
you've
on,
had your
hold on.
fun. I'm in no mood for...
俺はどこまでも
I'm being completely serious.
日本国内ならば
I'll go anywhere you
ど
want.
こへでもついて
Anywhere in Japan. I'd go anywhere else in the world, but I don't have a passport
金もないから
or
難しい
money.
かな。
岡部
Okabe.
父親と二人きりだと
You're afraid of what?
何を話していいかわからないの
You're afraid you won't know what to say, right?
Yeah?
だから俺も
And that settles it.
問題だ
I am a master of conversation. You'll have nothing to fear with Hyo and Kiyoma at your side.
提供してやるなぜ笑う
Why are you laughing?
だってあんたが
You
空気
couldn't
を
hold
飲
a
め
normal
たりして
conversation if
な
your
いじゃない
life depended on it.
あ
Ah. By Jove, she's right. A mad scientist does not care about things like tact or decorum. He dominates the room with his sheer presence. Perhaps a softer touch is called for here.
でも
But
ありがとう
thanks
そこ
anyway.
まで言ってくれるなんて
I definitely didn't expect you to offer to come.
う
Not that I'm happy about it or
そういうん
anything.
じゃないけど本当
I hate how you act like a nice guy
いいやつに
sometimes.
なるから
It's
困るよね
confusing.
Confusing how? Why is she yelling at me anyway? Shouldn't she be thanking me instead?
ねえ岡部
Okabe?
今言ってくれたこと
That offer. That
本気にして
I can take you up on it, right?
当たり前だ
Of course.
じゃあ
Then
They
once
were
we're done
into
upgrading the phone
Kyoto.
wave,
一緒に
I want you to come with me.
ついてき
任せるがいい
As you wish.
Ne?
Where is your father anyway?
父親
Amori.
青森
Aomori!
父親は今そこに住ん
That's
で
where
る
he lives now.
That's way up in the north end of the island. Like 700 kilometers or something. I wasn't expecting to have to go that far.
何
What?
よ
You're
やっぱり
not
や
backing
めた
out,
とか
are
言う
you?
なよ
You already
決
promised.
定だからな
I'm taking you whether you like it or not, okay?
の望むところ
Aomori it is! If promising to go to Aomori will let Kursu concentrate on the time leap machine, it's a small price to pay. A small price indeed. My god, she's fucking precious, isn't she? Anyway,
頼むから俺に
back into hyperspeed mode.
この迷宮ではぐれたらおそらくお前は
Oh, never
自力で
mind.
は外に出られないぞ
I feel like this is one of the emails I need. Let me consult my guide and just confirm that.
Going from Tokyo to Aomori by bullet train is over 15,000 yen per person, but the overnight bus is only 5,000 yen. Which do you prefer? I want to cover the traveling expenses, but I don't have that much on hand. I'm staying at a hotel, but I'm not a celeb. Mama's pretty strict on money. Not to mention she'd kill me if she knew I was going to see my father. So maybe we should go by overnight bus to fit our budget.
What does the overnight bus one say? I'm fine either way. What is this nonsense? Don't forget your duty as a lab man. Why is this the correct one I need? Oh god. Reply with traveling expenses. Yeah, that's the correct one. Anyway, I'll be getting a message in like 5 minutes.
だから抜け殻になった
See?
り
I was right.
意識が飛んだりすることは
What
な
do
い
you mean nonsense? Die! The hell, Okabe!
Ah, she loves me really.
そんなことないのですマヨシーはちゃんと大人の
Send me
階段
another
を
text.
登ろうとしているのです
Sorry for getting mad.
I don't know what that... Like... I never understood these kinds of emojis, in air quotes. I don't even know what face that would be in real life.
But Okabe, did you have to say it like that?
Ah, she's fucking precious, isn't she? Anyway, fast forward, because this is the chapter where Mayuri gets shot in the head, and I don't really want to have to deal with that again.
マユリは大切な仲間ラボメンだから
Oh, okay. I've kind of like zoned out until we got to like I just honestly because I didn't want to see my Uri die repeatedly again because that shit's hard enough the first time round. Also, like I chose a different option for one of them, and I may or may not have seen a different scene, but it doesn't really fit in with what I'm going for. But all I'll tell you is I thought the train thing was the most fucked up thing I'd seen. That's not the most fucked up thing I've seen today. Anyway, Kurisu came to comfort me on a bridge. And now we're talking about friends again. So, here we go.
Mayuri's my friend. And a fellow lab mem.
それに
And
あんたの
besides,
そんな辛そうな姿
I don't want to see you in such pain.
すまない。
I'm sorry.
謝らないでよ
Don't apologize.
岡部前に
Remember when I told you about my
私の
father?
父親のことで相
You
談に
really
乗って
helped
く
me
れた
out
でしょ
back then.
あの時私結構救われたんだ
My god, Kurisu, why are you so fucking precious?
だから今度
Now
は
it's my
私
turn to
が
return the favor.
あんたの力になるあんたの
I want to
力
be
にな
your
りたい
strength.
You're raising all the romance flags, aren't you, Kurisu?
それで
Besides,
一緒に青森まで
you
行って
still
も
have
ら
to
わ
come
ない
with
か
me to Aomori.
She smiles, a wry but gentle smile, as if I were her mischievous younger brother.
止めたってタイムリー
I
プ
know
す
you're
る気
going
なんでしょ
to leap no matter what I
何し
say.
ろあんたは
You
狂
are a
気のマ
mad
ッド
scientist
サイエ
after
ンティ
all.
スト
Mad scientists
い
play
つだっ
by
て
their
独
own
善的に
rules.
生きてきたんだからちょっと
Hey,
そこは
aren't you supposed to go muahahaha or something?
答えなさい
そうだな。
Yeah.
調子狂うな
Why do I even try?
Kurisu was right. I'll do anything to save Mayuri. Oh, and we back on the fast forward train, so I'll see y'all on the other side. I think the next trigger I need is in chapter 7, so it's literally just optional scenes between now and then. Oh, this must be it. Somewhere into, well, I say somewhere, at the early beginning of chapter 7, Kurisu sends me a text.
There's nobody at the lab. I don't have a key, so I can't get in. When are you coming over? I just assumed you'd be here, like usual. Kinda feels like I'm visiting your home. Not that I want to visit your home or anything.
I don't have a key. Use the one hidden in the switchboard next to the door. I forgot to check the other one, but that's the one I need.
I found the key easily enough. Don't you think your security should be a little tighter? Should have thought about that before picking a fight with CERN, lol. Also, what's this frog that's been left with a key? Someone's bad taste? Only a maniac would put something that gross there. Actually, it scared the crap out of me, but keep that a secret, okay?
I don't need any of your frail girl appeal. Your strength has helped me more than you know. That's Garo Froggy. That thing's popularity exploded last year. I'm sure the organization was involved. I know, I screwed up. It's all my fault. You're right. I was careless. I should have known better. Motherfucker, keep going with this Tunabio shit. Also because, it's the correct one I need for some reason. I've been reading this wrong. This is for an achievement, but oh well, I'm gonna carry it through and then I'm gonna reload to chapter 7. Piss, I haven't saved. Fuck me! Where's my rewind button? Oh, thank God, I've got a quick save for chapter 7. Which is today's. Okay, I can quick load after this. Turns out that's not even, like, for the achievement. That's just to make progress on an achievement. So, rewind! Never happened.
いつ
Alright,
消えたんでしたっけ？
the correct one I need is I don't have a key. And then I need to send her security. I'm pretty sure I read all those previously, so I need to send her that one. Oh, you took your time responding, Kurisu.
Are you seriously considering electronic locks and keycards? Who has that kind of money? You're being ridiculous, as usual. You need to face reality for a change.
It never said anything about electronic locks and keycards. Where did that come from? Oh, I get it. It must be an effect of time leaping. Yes, money is a problem. Sponsor our lab with your thesis publication money. Seriously, I'm desperate here. Alright, I'll tell you the truth, but keep it secret. CERN is after us. I need your help. I'm reading this text is the third trigger, apparently. The third out of 6, and you need all 6 to get the true one. Okay, just a bit at the beginning of chapter 8. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's a problem.
Hey, what the hell was that just now? That was some loving hug. I'm seriously jealous. Not about getting hugged from you, but about having someone of the opposite sex to lovingly hug. Don't understand me. Anyway, what was that about?
See, the guy doesn't say I need to reply to this email. It just says, Cursor will email you, read it, then read her next message later. I'm assuming I reply to it, because otherwise she wouldn't send me a text later, unless she does, just being pissed off because I'm not sent her a text explaining why I'm hugging random girls. Probably should explain myself.
Damn it. Even though all you do is sexual harassment.
Angry face. I'm assuming that's the next trigger. I'm going to assume so. Anyway. Sorry, Lukako. Just had an angry tsundere on my back. I was gonna say, and then I was like, I feel like we've had this conversation about tripping romance flags. Oh well, apparently not, so, let's roll with it, shall we?
Well, you tripped a romance flag, so...
Kurisu ponders this for a while. Huh? Then she blushes for some reason and turns away.
By the way, Okabe, is there someone you like? Why aren't you answering?
Not really. For a second, Mayuri's face floated through my mind. But I feel more of a need to protect her, rather than romantic love for her.
Oh. Okay.
Why'd you ask?
That's not just wondering. There's no hidden meaning, okay?
Aw. You are too precious! Why are you mad? Also, your face is red. It's not!
Anyway, you should go up with Urishibara-san.
Seriously?
You don't like anyone, right? Then answer her feelings, you dummy.
What did I do to deserve this name calling? Mayuri dies in 2 days. I don't have time to play boyfriend. I feel like this is also possibly relevant, so I'll read it out anyway.
I don't really care if you get yourself a girlfriend, but don't forget about the time leap machine. This is serious. We need to get everyone together and decide what to do with it. I understand you're doing this for Mayuri's sakes. Just remember, there's more to this than just Urishibara-san. To be honest, I'm still afraid of the monster I've created. I'd feel better if we could talk about it.
Speaking of two precious individuals, my god. I still don't know if I put Kurisu above Lukako, but I definitely put her on par. Huh, I have mail. Oh, okay, this is where I need to be. So, after my, fight, I guess we'll call it, with Moeka. Really, I think all we did was, like, I sat on top of her for, like, several hours. Kurisu will send you another text.
Is everything alright? What happened with that Kiryu lady? At least let me know you're still alive. Don't say anything stupid like you're dead, please, okay? Please, just reply. Even an email will do. I'm so worried I can't even eat.
Aww, she's worried about me. I'm sorry for making you worry. I appreciate these emails. I really do. They remind me that I'm not alone. Don't worry, I won't die. Not until I've fulfilled my promise to go to Aomori with you. Oh, don't say that. You'll trigger your own death flag.
Maybe this isn't what you want to hear, but I need you to listen. I don't care about Aomori anymore. I just want you to be safe, Okabe. When you ran out without saying anything yesterday, I felt like my heart was going to explode. So hurry back. Please.
Fucking hell, she really does care. Anyway, that's the 5th trigger. There's only one more in chapter 10. And then we into uncharted territory, boys. Oh. I'm on the roof of Radicon after going back 56 hours with 2 time leaps in chapter 10.
Where are you? You haven't been to the lab in 2 days. You still in Akihabara? We're worried, you know. You were acting strange yesterday. I want to help, so tell me where you are. I don't feel right. I don't feel right not having you around. Where are you? I want to see you.
This is the final trigger for the true ending. And my god, if it's not a good enough indicator that she loves me, then I don't know what is. Leave me alone. I need to think. I won't give up. Ever! Kurisu suddenly pushes me away. She steps back. Her face is hidden behind her hair. But her fists are trembling. Her body exudes raw fury.
This is ridiculous! You motherfucker!
Whoa.
I said I was fine! What do you mean you won't give up? Are you stupid? Do you want to die? Are you trying to be a hero? You shouldn't be a whack job! Don't make promises you can't keep! Your stupidity is infuriating! Why can't you just do as I say? What's the problem, huh? If you weigh the options logically, saving Mayuri's the only...
Fuck logic! Kurisu stares at me in shock. I'm not God! Maybe I got close, but that's not me! I can't decide who lives or dies anymore! Suzuha. Faris. Lukako. I sacrificed their happiness to save Mayuri. And the whole time, a voice in the back of my head was asking, is this really okay? What gives me the right? This time I want to save both of them, without sacrificing anyone. Kurisu turns away with a frown, and starts tapping her foot in a clear gesture of displeasure.
There's nothing you can do. It's the choice of Steins Gate. It's not what you always say? The equation is proven, Okabe. There's no escape. You're just one man. No matter how hard you try, you can't overcome with the will of the universe.
I know, but I'm still going to try! I won't lose Mayuri or Kurisu. I hear Kurisu grinding her teeth. Then she turns her back to me.
Have it your way. But I'm not helping. I'm going back to America, and that's that. Goodbye. I don't expect we'll meet again, Hyo and Kyoma. Can't believe this. How stupid can you be? It's so stupid.
Kurisu disappears down the stairs, muttering insults until I can no longer hear her. Now alone, I sigh into darkness. Kurasu's absolutely right. I can't think of a single way to save them both. I'm a fool. And yet, I have to try. But this time I won't have Kurasu's help. I have to fight the universe alone. How do I save both Kurisu and Mayuri? I can't use D-mail. Too much could go wrong. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. In the end, all I can do is time leap. Time leaping can't save Mayuri, but it at least can delay her death. Give me time to find a solution. On this world line, Mayuri dies at 7:30 on the night of August 17th. That's about 26 hours from now. My battle has no end in sight. If only Suzuha were here, I could have asked her for advice. But even alone, I must find a way. So resolved, I start time leaping again to save Mayuri. I've done this before. When Mayuri died at the first time at the hands of Moeka, I tried time leaping to prevent her death. But I only tried running away that time. This time I try every approach I can think of. I try hiring bodyguards to protect Mayuri. I try taking Mayuri to South America, an entire world away from Japan. I try crippling CERN with attacks on their servers, the ones that don't need the IBM 5100. I try getting Mayuri admitted to a hospital. It's hard given Mayuri's perfect health, but I manage. My goal is to keep her from dying by heart attack. I try everything I can possibly imagine. However, every plan fails. Mayuri dies again and again and again. Sometimes it's murder, sometimes an accident. But every time I leap, Mayuri dies. Maybe it really is impossible to resist fate. As long as I remain on this world line, Mayuri can't be saved. Fate will kill her every time. From Mayuri's perspective, she'll only die once. But I've seen her die dozens of times. All because of me. And yet, it no longer affects me as it used to. Little by little, I've grown desensitized to her death. In the beginning, I felt unbearable pain every time I saw her die, and murderous rage toward the ones responsible. Now I feel nothing. The realization stuns me. After dozens of leaps, I finally realized what should have been obvious from the beginning. I never leapt back more than 26 hours. Why? I could go back as far as August 11th, one whole week in the past. Yet I never do. Why? Because I know that even if I do, nothing will change. I don't believe that anything will change. Every time Mayuri dies, I find myself thinking, another failure. What went wrong this time? I calmly analyze Mayuri's death, then take my data and head for the time leap machine with a sigh, like a gamer forced to the umpteenth time to restart a particularly difficult stage. I'm just going through the motions. I didn't even realize until this moment how routine it had all become. Now that I have, my actions suddenly seem meaningless. I can't take another step. And that's how I find myself here, sitting motionless in front of the time leap machine I've been staring at for hours. When we got caught in that evening shower on the Radakan rooftop, my clothes got soaked, but now they're completely dry. My body temperature has dropped, and I don't have my energy to warm myself with a shower. I sluggishly get to my feet and pick up the headset. The sight of it fills me with resignation. Resignation. That's all. There's no desperate drive to save Mayuri. No hope that I might succeed this time. Those emotions are long gone. In truth, they've been gone since my argument with Kurisu. Deep down, I always knew that she was right. I pretended not to see it. I told myself that the time leap machine could solve everything. But that was just an excuse, a last attempt to satisfy my ego. In the end, all I'm doing is
逃げるの？
Running away?
I turn around in surprise, and there I see Kurisu standing in the doorway. I thought she never wanted to see me again. Why is she here?
なんで
Why? Kurisu ignores my question and fixes me with her usual glare.
タイムリープするのは
Time leaping is just running away.
You don't have to tell me. I already know. I know all too well. In the end, all I'm doing is running away. Running from responsibility. Running from the decision. If I had known I had to make this choice, then I would have refused Suzuha when she entrusted me with her mission.
これまでも
I've hurt
マユリ
people.
を助けるためっていう大義名
Lots of
分で
people. Just to save Mayuri.
しかもそのことで
And yet,
感じる
I don't even feel guilty anymore.
人としての
I feel like I'm losing my humanity.
まともな感覚が
だったらなん
And
で
why
今
are
あ
you
んたを迷って
hesitating now?
タイムリープマシンっていう保険が
Maybe
効
because
か
of
な
my
いと
insurance, the time leap machine isn't effective.
俺は
Or maybe I just haven't
この
mastered it
マ
yet.
シンを使いこなして
Maybe I haven't tapped into its full potential.
振り回され
逃げたって
Running only makes it hurt more.
She suddenly looks away. And she leans against the wall and smiles bitterly.
私が
I should know.
Is Kurisu running too? From what?
今の岡部
Look at yourself, Okabe.
自
You
分
look like you've aged a decade.
心がボロボロになってるんじ
Your
ゃ
heart can't take it anymore.
そこまで思い悩まずに
You don't need to beat yourself up
私
like
の言うこと
this.
を素直に受け入れれ
Just
ばいい
accept the truth.
さっき言った通り
Like I said,
あんたはここに
you
とどま
can't
っちゃ
stay here.
ベータ世界線に行きなさい
Go to the Beta World line.
マユリが死なない
Go
世
to the
界
world where Mayuri doesn't die.
それがあん
Not
た
just
の
for
ためで
your
もあ
sake,
るし
but for mine as well.
私のためでもある
She's right. I've no other options left. No more D-mails. No more time leaps. There's no perfect world line where both Kurisu and Mayuri live. Maybe there are things I have yet to try, but I'm certain that all of them will end in vain. As long as I stay on this world line, Mayuri will die. And if I go to the Beta world line, Kurisu will die. I'll never be able to talk like this again. It's only been 20 days since we met, and yet... memories of Kurisu flash before my eyes.
ちょっと勝手
Hey,
に殺さない
could
で
you not talk about me like that?
私
I'm perfectly
ピ
fine.
ンピンしてますんで例えば実際に
Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could theoretically transport people through time. What would we need?
まず何が必要か考えてみます誰がクリスティーナだ
Who the hell's Christina? I never said that!
これまでの自分を
I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today.
今の自分があるんだから私たち
We may have created a monster here.
とんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない前に
You said I was your friend, remember? You said that I was important to you.
大切な
That
仲間
made me really happy, I guess.
結構その嬉しかったじゃあ電話レン
Once
ジ
we're
の
done
改良
upgrading
が
the
終わったら
phone wave,
一緒についてきて
I want you to come with me.
あんたの力になりたい
I want to be your strength.
ありがとう
Thank you.
私のために
I know you're hurting for
ここ
me.
まで苦しんでくれて
So much has happened these past 20 days. We argued. We exchanged insults. We made incredible discoveries together. And when confronted with the implications, we shared our fears. Whenever I hit a dead end in my struggle to save Mayuri, I always turned to Kurisu for help. She always listened. She always believed me. And I helped her too, when she was distraught over her father. We promised to go to Aomori together. Without this girl genius on our side, we would not have the time leap machine. Proud, passionate Makase Kurisu. Always strong, or at least pretending to be. A little nosy too, and serious to a fault. Before I knew it, she had become the center of the lab. From the very beginning, I was attracted to her radiant confidence. I found myself mesmerized by her every gesture, hanging on her every word. I listened enraptured whenever she presented her latest theory. At the end of the day, the reason I never called her by her name was because I was too embarrassed. I admired her. I longed for her. And I didn't want to admit it to myself. Only now do I realize the truth. I love her. And that's why I wanted so desperately to save her. She's not just a fellow lab member. To me, Kurisu is far more than that. And yet, I have no choice. In the end, everything she said was right.
俺は
I
お前を 助けられない
can't save you.
すまない
I'm sorry. In a desperate attempt to hold back my tears, I bite my lip tightly. The taste of blood spreads through my mouth.
なんで
Why does it have to be you?
なんだって思う
Why?
くそ
I pound my fist on the table. Silence. Nothing moves. Outside the window is only darkness. Is this what it's like to be the only person left in the world?
ねえ岡部
Hey, Okabe.
あんたがベータ世界線に行ったら
Once you go to the Beta World
こう
line,
して仲間として一緒に
Mayuri and
過ごした
Hoshida
記
will
憶は
forget the time we spent
マユ
together,
リや
right?
橋田からは消えちゃうのよね
Kurisu's cheeks start to redden and she turns away.
岡部は
Will you
私のこと
remember me?
覚えてて
Her voice is barely a whisper.
お前のことは
Of course I'll remember you.
絶対に
Of course I will.
誰よりも大切な
There's no way I could ever forget the girl most important to me.
忘れ
それ
You mean?
何
What the hell are you saying?
事実だ
The truth.
それは
But proof!
証
I need proof!
明が必要
I can't come up with a formula otherwise.
私は方程式を用意できない
Kurisu's getting flustered for some reason.
ACTH の分泌過剰
When-
にガンマ波から確
Oh
率透
god,
明がヒルベルト曲線のハウス
I was
から
not
一面は
I wasn't prepared for science fluff. God damn it.
つまり全筋線は
When the anterior pituitary gland
計測して
hypersecretes THC and gamma waves induce
Stocrastic? Yeah.
induce stochastic resonance. We can assume an infinite Hausdorff dimension for the Hilbert curve. That is, we can measure the asymmetric line with positron emission topography.
クリス
Kurisu. I speak her name. Our eyes meet.
俺は
I love you.
お前が好きだ
Kurisu looks away. Her face is bright red.
お前は
And you?
What?
お前は俺の
Do you,
その
how do you feel about me?
ど
知りたいの。
You wanna know?
Kurisu suddenly looks me straight in the eye. Her face is still red, but her expression is firm. She walks straight up to me, grabs me by the collar, and jerks me toward her.
目を閉じろ。
Close your eyes!
Did I make her mad? Perhaps Kurisu hates me for some reason. Maybe she really did mean all those insults that she said to me. That'd be really sad. I slowly lick my trembling lips and timidly try to ask a question.
なぜ
Why close my...
いいから。
Just shut up and close them!
I do as I'm told, though I still don't know why she's so angry. My collar is still in Kurisu's grip. Abruptly, I feel a soft sensation against my lips. The faint scent of citrus tickles my nose. When I open my eyes in surprise, I see Kurisu's face scant millimeters away. Then I understand what's happened. She's kissing me. Her lips are very warm. My mind goes blank. I'm unable to think. I want to stay like this forever. But soon our lips separate. Kurisu looks down shyly.
別に
It's not like I did it because I wanted to or anything.
I'm about to have a heart attack. She's just so fucking precious. Someone send help.
ただ
Just
さっき
you promised
約
that
したでしょ。
you wouldn't forget about me.
私のこと忘れないでってより強烈な感情とともに
Research shows that memories are harder to forget when coupled with intense emotions.
それに岡部は変態
You're a virgin and a perv, so I was sure that having an elaborate rehearsal on your first kiss, instantly making it a long-term memory you'd never forget. So
どうしても
I just
岡部にだけは
don't want you to forget about me, Okabe.
私の
No
こと
matter what.
忘れてほしくなかったから
My heart fills with love for Kurisu as she makes her frantic excuses. What a relief. Kurisu wasn't mad. She was just trying to hide her embarrassment. I want to be with her even more. I want to talk with her even more. I want to learn even more about her. But I know that wish can never come true. My chest tightens. I feel like I'm suffocating. Desperate to keep my emotions under control, I place my own hand on top of Kurisu's, which is still grabbing my collar.
残念だったな
Sorry to disappoint you.
俺は
That wasn't my
これが
first
ファース
kiss.
トキスではない
生意気な
You,
童貞のくせ
you're
に
just a cherry boy!
うるさい少女
Shut up, virgin. I remember playfully kissing Mayuri in elementary school. And just a little while ago, I forcibly kissed Moeka to silence her. But that was on another world line, and now it's never happened, so I guess it doesn't count?
そうか
So it wasn't your first.
初めてじゃなかったのね
そうだ
Right.
だ
So
から
you only left a weak impression.
印象としては弱い
Probably not enough to become a long-term
記
memory.
憶にはならないかもしれない
You wanna go upstairs and fuck?
Yeah, sure, well, okay.
That'll work. I'm lying, of course. I've never felt such an intense kiss as that. The shock was like a lightning bolt to the brain. But still, I'm lying. Because if I miss this opportunity, I'll never be able to touch Kurisu again. This is my last chance.
だから
So, once more.
もう
Kurisu fidgets. She usually glares at me harshly, but now she's avoiding my eyes.
絶対に
I don't want to forget.
忘れたくないから
So let's make doubly sure.
念には念を入れる。
I decide to take the initiative. I wrap my arms gently around Kurisu's waist and pull her slender body against mine.
それなら
Then I guess there's no choice.
しょうがないな。
Kurisu looks up at me shyly.
キスだけ。
Just a kiss. Okay?
What is she worried I'll do?
ちゃんと
Be gentle. Okay?
優しく。
I run my fingers softly through her hair. Then I slowly bend down.
岡部。
Okabe.
We're both shy, so we both end up pecking at each other's lips like two small birds. Then we draw back and look at each other. Kurisu's eyes are wet. Tears are running down her cheeks. I kiss them away. They're salty.
忘れないで。
Don't forget me.
We press our lips together again. Stronger than the first time. Longer than the first time. I never want to let go. We embrace each other tightly. Our feelings too powerful to contain. We seek each other's warmth again and again. Locked in our embrace, we feel each other's breath. We feel each other's scent. We feel each other's taste.
時間が。
It's too fast.
Kurisu's whisper resonates through our embrace.
あっという間に過ぎていく。
Time is going by too fast.
今だけは。
I could really use a word with Einstein right now.
文句を言いたい気分。時間は絶対的
Time is not absolute.
アインシュタインは
Einstein
時
proved
間
that
が
time could be fast or slow depending on the
長
observer.
くなったり短くなね
Hey,
え岡部
Okabe?
相対性理論って
Theory of relativity is so
と
romantic
ても
and so sad,
切ないものだ
don't you think?
How does Kurisu feel about me? In the end, she never really answered my question. Early morning, Akihabara Station. Kurisu's standing before the entrance with her huge suitcase beside her. She waves to me shyly as I approach. Then she blushes and shoots me her usual glare. After that kiss, Kurisu went back to her hotel to pack. The suitcase must hold everything that she brought to Japan. She's going back to America.
それじゃ
Well then,
マユリとダルは
You sure I shouldn't call Mayuri and Daru?
なんだかみんなに見
I
送ら
think
れ
that
る
would
と
just make it harder.
辛くない岡部だけなら
But
何のため
you,
らいもなく
I have no trouble leaving behind.
ジョー
That was a joke.
Kurisu looks like she's about to cry. I'm sure I look just as sad. But I won't cry. I don't have that right.
手土産だ。
This is a souvenir. Take it. I had a future gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. It's a bamboo helicopter equipped with a CCD camera which allows it to record video in the air. A truly groundbreaking invention. But sadly, due to its constant high-speed rotation, the video producers tends to cause motion sickness.
No thanks.
いいから。
Just take it.
そんな
It's
に
not even that
硬いわけじゃない
bulky.
し
I wanted to give a future gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball, but it was too big. Kurisu accepts bamboo helicam with a strained smile.
しょうがないから
Oh,
受け
fine.
取っておく
I guess I'll take it.
And then silence. No words of farewell. We just look at each other.
あ青森
Sorry I couldn't go with you
一
to
緒に行け
Aomori.
なかったな。
Yeah,
でも
But
この2週間
these 2 weeks were fun
な
in
んだ
their
かん
own
だ
way.
楽しかったマユリア橋田に
Give
よ
my
ろしくね
regards to Mayuri and Hishida, okay?
Kurisu spreads her arms wide. Without a moment's hesitation, I stepped forward and embraced the genius girl one last time.
岡部
Hang in there, Okabe.
元気で
Stay well. Kurisu smiles faintly and turns and walks toward the entrance with the suitcase in hand. I watch her go, unable to move a muscle. I want to stop her. I want to wrap my arms around her and tell her to stay with me forever. But I can't. This is what we decided. To save Mayuri. To save the future. I'm sorry, Kurisu. I can't save you. Kurisu will disappear. She'll be left behind on this world line. There's no place for her in the coming world.
俺は
I
マキセクリスのことを
will remember you, Makase Kurisu.
マキセクリスのぬくもりを
I will remember your warmth.
絶対に
I will never forget.
忘れない
I don't know whether Kurisu hears my words. She keeps walking. Stride steady. Back straight. Long, silky hair fluttering in the wind. She's quickly fading into the distance. But I can tell. I see her shoulders trembling. We will never meet again. Our world lines will never cross again. I'm glad I met you, Kurisu. I would have been lost without you. I love you. Goodbye. I stand there in the entrance as the commuters file past, until long after she vanished from sight, afraid that any motion, any thought, might cause the tears to fall.
それではこれより
The time has come.
オペレーションベルダンデ
We will now commence the final phase of Operation Verthandi. Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. Today's the last day of Kamama. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days have been madness. It's incredible to think at any one point this lab had a whole 8 members. I feel like... No, this is different, apparently. And now we're back to 3. The memories we made. The experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I will undo them all. There is sorrow in me. And guilt. I engraved them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget. I mustn't forget these long and yet short summer days. But still, I would choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything back to normal. Suzuha's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters. Daru,
始めてくれ
you may begin.
いいんだな
You sure?
あ
Yeah.
オキドキ
Okie dokie. Daru starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database, where they keep the data that they mine with Echelon. There we will locate the first email I sent on July 28th and erase all trace of its existence. With this, I can reach the beta world line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed against her ear. She stays still, her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Earlier I told Mayuri everything. I guess she's come to terms with it in her own way. The actual work I've left to Daru. No problem there. While waiting for him to finish, I walk into the development room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down gently and brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I made irreplaceable friends because of this thing. And because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I've got to admit, it's saved me more than once. But still. Once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. Must never make the same mistakes again. Ocarine! I found it! It's really there! The email I sent? It's there? Sure is, man. Dara points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Kurisu's death. 3 lines in total, each 12 characters long. This day that led CERN to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Moeka and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuki is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape to the attract field. If Suzuki is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. Now take us to Attractor Field Beta. To the Beta world line within its range of convergence. To a future without Mayori's death. Mayori is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly.
Ocarine?
It's okay. She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm down. Everything's set. One press of the enter key and the data's gone. Dara stands up and gestures to the open seat. I leave that honor to you, Ocarine. I sit down and face the keyboard. This time it ends. Kurisu's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kurisu. Slowly, I raise my right hand and extend my index finger. Victory is at hand! Daru twitches at my cry. With unimaginable brilliance and unwavering conviction, I have defeated a vast and powerful enemy, and now stand triumphant on the field of Ragnarok! I give my thanks to the comrades whose sacrifice made this victory possible. One press of this key, and Kurisu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it had been stitched together with jagged pink thread. This coming world is the world I wished for! I wished for Mayori to live, and Kurisu to die. That was the truth, and I must never forget it. This is the choice of Steins Gate! This is the choice of Okabe Rintaro. My cat has become concerned at my yelling. Let the world be reborn! I swing down my index finger. At the exact same time, I heard the lab door open. My eyes dart toward the sound. There in the doorway stands Kurisu. Her face is flustered. Was she running? Why is she here? She should be on her way to the airport right now. Kurisu is looking at me. Her eyes are glistening, but her face is all smiles. Did she come back for me? In a split-second frozen time, I imagine I hear her voice. We didn't say goodbye, she says. Immediately afterward, my finger strikes the enter key. The world starts to warp. The timeline is being rewritten. I feel my consciousness being sucked into the vortex. Reading Steiner. Divergence is changing. The warp accelerates. Kurisu. Daru. Mayori. Everything inside the lab is shifting. Color fades from my consciousness. Color fades as my consciousness leaves this world line. I turn to face Kurisu, desperate to burn the last sight of her into my eyes. She raises her hand. Goodbye. Okabe? I love... Girl, why did you have to do that to me? The world gradually stops spinning. Little by little, colour returns. I looked at the door. She was standing there just a moment ago. My assistant, Christina. Makase Kurisu. Now she's gone. Vanished like a dream. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. Everything's where it should be. Looks like nothing's changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder where Kurisu fixed my torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No, that's not the time leap machine. That's the foam wave, name subject to change. The upgrades Kurisu made are gone. Nothing's changed. This world's exactly the same. In all respects, save one. Kurisu was never here. Every trace of her has vanished. Kurisu is nowhere now. Nowhere. Except in my memories. Mayuri and Daru are looking at me.
なあ
Hey,
ラボメンナンバー004は
who was lab mem number 4 again? I need to ask. Even though I know what the answer will be.
オカリン
Okay, there isn't a lab mem 4, remember?
それとも名前すら明かさ
You're
れ
gonna
てない
introduce a new
メ
member?
ンバーが
Requesting a cute
彼
girl.
女なら許す
いや
No. I knew that it would be like this. But the fact they forgot her existence is so saddening. So frightening. I'm the only person in the world who remembers Makase Kurisu as Lab Mem 004. So I won't forget. I alone will live with her memory engraved upon my heart. Now, time to proclaim my triumph. There are still things that must be done. And many sacrifices we made to get here. But despite all that, this is my victory. I have won. Mayuri and Daru stare in wonder at my abrupt laughter.
今ここに
The last battle of Ragnarok is won!
この俺
I, the insane mad scientist in Kyoma, with an IQ rivaling that of Einstein himself, have thwarted the organization, outsmarted CERN,
時空を
and conquered the whole of space and time.
勝利したのだ
Now, at the moment of triumph, I stand before you as a god!
そして
This brave new world is the fruit of my ambition. The hated system shall collapse, and chaos shall rule the earth!
混沌の未来が待つであろうこれこそが
This is truly the choice of Steins!
オカリン
Ocarina? Mayuri suddenly throws her arms around me. I freeze, utterly taken aback. Daru looks as confused as I am. Mayuri looks up at me and smiles. It's the gentlest smile I've ever seen.
いいんだよ
It's okay now.
What?
何を言ってるんだ
What are you saying? I must proclaim our glorious victory that all may...
宣言を
だって
But Ocarina,
今のオカリン
you look like you're about to cry.
してるんだもんねえ無理し
You
ない
don't have to try so hard, okay?
前にも言ったよね
I know you're doing it for me, but I don't want to be a burden. So you don't have to pretend anymore, okay? If you're hurting, just say so. Like normal Ocarina would.
俺
But I...
You don't have to worry about Mayushi anymore.
でいいからマユシーは大丈夫
Mayushi is
だから
fine.
オカリンはね
So you can cry if you want
た
to,
めに
okay?
泣いてもいいんだからね何があったのかは
I don't know what happened,
泣いても
but it's okay to cry now.
And just like that, the mask shatters. All it took was one word from Mayuri. Mayuri, the sister I never had, the girl who always needed my protection. I had to save her. That was my purpose. I even sacrificed the girl I loved. Now I finally realize that it's over. Mayuri's safe. I'm free. Once more, I see Kurisu's face in my mind's eye. I recall the warmth of her body, the softness of her lips, the weight of her last words. One by one, they pound against my heart. I can't bear it anymore.
オカリン
Whoa, man,
マジで泣いてんの
are you really crying? My vision blurs. Tears run down my cheeks. A tidal wave of emotion crashes over me. Nothing remains to hold it back. I'll never see Kurisu again. That knowledge shreds my heart. I can't hold back my sobs. I can't stop my tears. This is the world I've been searching for. A world where Mayuri does not die. And yet, it's missing the person most precious to me. It's too much. It's too cruel. Why did it have to be Kurisu? Why was I forced to choose? Why did she send me off with a smile? I cling to Mayuri. She strokes my hair gently. I surrendered to my grief. 3 days have passed since then, and Mayuri's still alive. Moeka and the Rounders haven't attacked, and Tenyoji's signed no sign of moving against us. Dara's been visiting May Queen as usual, while Mayuri has been working on costumes for the next Kamama. Everything's back to normal. Everything, save for the hole in my heart. That's that. And standing by the dumpster out back of the lab. We just finished dumping the last of the trash. This morning I called Daru, and together we dismantled the foam wave in the IBM 5100.
もったいねえ
What a waste.
IBN 5000
That thing was worth a
プ
fortune.
レミアつくのに
それよりね
And now we don't have
ラ
a
ボから電子レン
and
ジ
now we don't have a microwave.
マユシーはも
How am I usually eat a juicy chicken number
うパ
one?
ワーを食べられないので
電子レンジぐらい
Come on.
拾ってくればいいだろ
I'll get you a new microwave. We no longer need the foam wave. That miraculous time machine built by coincidence. It brought Kurisu into my life. But at the same time, it made many people suffer. Must never be used again. Not by me, and not by anyone. It's time for the foam wave to die. And with it, the insane mad scientist Hyoin Kyoma, Lord of Space and Time. I recall what Kurisu once said.
これまでの自分を否定したくないの。
I don't want to deny who I've
たとえ失
been,
敗ばかりだったとしても
because even my failures are a part of who I am today.
今の自分があるんだから。
I gaze once more upon the scrap heap that was Future Gadget number 8. We stripped it down to the last bolt and circuit board. Surely no one can rebuild it now. Time travel is too much power for any human to wield. We don't need D-mails or time leaps. Even if nothing in the future is guaranteed. Even though I may die tomorrow. Life was never meant to be redone. And that's fine by me. Wouldn't you say so too, Kurisu? I look up at the sky. Even though it's the middle of the day, I can see a single star shining. Maybe it's Venus. Which suddenly reminds me.
Going to the past is impossible right now. Just look into the sky at night and you can see things that were tens of thousands of years ago.
Every night we casually travel through time. That's what Kurisu said. And each and every word she spoke, I carve into my heart. So I'll never let them slip from memory. For as long as my life endures. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I feel something. I don't know what it is, but I feel something. Maybe I don't feel something, and that's why I feel like I feel something. It's a strange sense of emptiness. I don't know. Feelings are weird. Anyway. If this was the true ending to Steins Gate, this is technically the end of Steins Gate. Fuck, it hurts. It hurts real fucking bad. Okay. Executive decision's been made right now. I don't know what will finish first of the next projects. Obviously not Persona. Probably after No More Heroes 2. But Zero is coming. I'm not sitting and waiting on this. I don't care if I just sink into a depressive hole. I just want to carry on. I love everything about this. Hello? Excuse me? Whoever you are, please. Like, let me pick up the phone.
Hi, もしもし。
Hello?
え、誰が？
Eh?
僕
Who?
がお父さん？
Dad?
君の？
You're looking for your dad?
何言ってん
I'm
の
your dad? You lost me?
岡部倫太郎に代われ？
Put Okabe Rintaro on?
なあ、オカリン。
Hey,
謎の女
Okarin!
が代わってくれって
Some strange girl wants to talk to you.
誰だ？
Who's this?
Please! Come to the roof of Radio Radicom right away!
Who is this?
I came from the year 2036. I'm Hashida Ritaru's daughter. My name is Amame Suzuha.
ちょっと待て。
Wait.
鈴葉が。
Suzuha?
なんでここにいるんだ？
Why are you here? We ain't fucking done yet, boys.